The name of all the real niggas.
I want you to speak up clear and loud.
Respectfully, the most honorable YB Double M. Lotto.
Brown baby.
Gunshots in the dark at me. Discrimination cause my head nappy. Call me a thug cause I'm tatted up. Now your actions justify when them slugs clap me. I think it's a war on the black race. Why every criminal they show got a black face? And every hero they show gotta be pale. Is it me or y'all got the wrong niggas for crimes against humanity? Of course we out here acting up. They slaughtered our elders and told the babies they from Africa. We screaming Black Lives Matter, they do. Well nigga, Black Lives Matter to who? Cause they don't matter to you. You know the owner of that movement, a Jew. And Nick Cannon got canceled just for speaking the truth. True, y'all think money bring power, it don't. Unity bring power, then we take what they owe. Y'all think money bring power, it don't. Unity bring power, then we take what they owe. Yes, Lord. Welcome to Deeper News Network, where we got the best work. I'm your host, Fetty Lotto, here to put a stain on your brain and bring you some news you can use. We back on TikTok right now, and we want to, react to these different little things on TikTok, man. Interesting topics and all that. Y'all do me a favor though, man. Y'all like, share, subscribe, let's vibe. Help me build this community. I got a lot more content coming, different types of content too, man. I got music, comment on my music, man. Let me know if you fucking with the music, man. If you do, man, this is where you can come to listen to it. And I'm on Apple Music, Spotify, all that. So y'all go give me, y'all go check me out over there too, man. Fetty Lotto on everything. And help me build this community, man. Let's spread the conversation. I really like chopping it up with y'all, man. Doing this like that. And it's helping me help y'all, bring y'all some news y'all can use, man. Let's go.
23andMe's or whatever.
23andMe. Let's talk about that. They just got prosecuted for sending out fake stuff. All of it is fake. They're testing to see what species you are. What bloodline? What is your superior bloodline? And what I mean by superior bloodline, I mean alien race. Are you Anunnaki? Are you gray? Are you Palladian? Are you reptilian? Are you giant? Nephilim, yeah. What are you? That's the 5 bloodlines, the 5 main bloodlines.
How does that work?
You see how the Greys abduct their own kind, and they use them.
The gray aliens?
The gray aliens. So again, how Eisenhower back in, I want to say the first experience was Roswell, and that was 1947. After Roswell, it was when he met with the gray aliens in the Nordics, which is AKA the Palladians. So it's making sense. So when Eisenhower signed the treaties, those contracts with the gray aliens, the agreement was that the gray aliens could abduct as many people as they want and change of technology. And then what they're saying now with the Nordics was that they'll give them technology, but don't get rid of all the nuclear weapons.
Are you talking about the treaties between the aliens?
Yes.
Because we also have a lot of people don't understand about Antarctica is that all the countries have signed an agreement or a treaty that there can be no war, there can be no trespassing, there can be nothing going on in Antarctica.
That's the original reptilian layer. Right? They also have a glass, a crystal pyramid there too.
How the hell you know this?
Again, YouTube, me being on YouTube. So remember, YouTube was a whistleblower before Google took over it.
Okay.
So that was where all the whistleblowers went, all the government people. So when I first started on YouTube was in 2017. So my awakening started in 2017. I would say that because that's when I start moving completely different.
That ain't that far ago though.
No, it's not. But I was also gifted as a child. But I was in the church. So it was like me trying to break myself away. I do remember when I found out about the Jesus thing. That was another awakening. So that was, I want to say that was
what about Jesus? Because you gonna piss off a lot of.
I'm not doing none of that shit.
Yeah, man. So, how y'all feel about the 23andMe's and all that? You know, where they supposed to be doing DNA tests to, I guess, find out what history, like your ancestral history. You know what I mean? And I'm talking about like a lot of people, like black people, or do that and be like, oh, I'm part such and such and this, that, and you know what I'm saying? Like trying to figure out who they are. But it's been proven that shit is less than 1% accurate, but so many people still do it. I don't know why. And why are they doing that? Are they doing it just to, you know, to confuse the black American, to have us keep thinking that all of us come from somewhere else and was brought over here as slaves, you know, that supports that kind of, or are they doing it because of what she said? They tested for, to see what superior bloodline you come from, which is extraterrestrial DNA. You know what I'm saying? It's different. You know, a lot of us got different extraterrestrial DNA mixed in us, supposedly. So they trying to figure out who's who. Both of them make sense to me. Y'all tell me what y'all think about that.
Okay.
It's fake.
Bernie told me something, I believed it because he never lied to me. He told me that when he got Oceans, Steve called the producers to try to get his role and even wanted to take less money.
You know, Steve at one point was, you know, uber successful, and then Bernie started to, because he didn't ever think he would get the opportunity he got. But once he did, America loved him, like we all kind of knew they would, and he decided to go a different way.
The same Steve that went to go watch Mark Curry do his whole sitcom and then stole everything Mark Curry had. Now Steve got a sitcom where he the principal and he wear a suit.
7 black comedians have finally exposed the truth about Steve Harvey's rise to fame. From Mark Curry, who claimed Steve stole his material.
Why are you on my material? Right. You know, what's that about? You know, and then, you know, people want to jump up. Oh, he didn't know. He didn't steal your... So, yes, he did.
To Cat Williams, who spoke about industry betrayals.
Def Comedy Jam 25. It's good to see so many funny people together in one room, all wondering the same thing. Is Cat Williams going to show up? I'm nervous as hell right now.
They've all revealed a pattern of stolen jokes, sabotaged careers, and ruthless betrayal.
Hey TikTok, this is for entertainment purposes only. I want to talk more about Summerland and the perpetual twilight that they have on the other side of the pupil. So in the other videos I described that we live inside of the lens of the eyeball, but in Summerland you can actually enter into the other side of the pupil if you will go to the north and go through, which is General Admiral Byrd had actually done this, where he went through the center, and this is actually going through the pupil. And when you go into the pupil, it's like, this is where the light is coming from, right? From Summerland. And in Summerland, or the other side of the pupil, the dragon has its eye closed, right? But if you take a flashlight and you close your eyes and you put the flashlight right in front of your eyes, you're gonna see light still, right? So in Summerland, the light is 24 hours a day. There's never nighttime. You know what I'm saying? So in that realm, it's perpetual twilight. It's 24-hour light, and it's like as if a light is shining through our eyeball. And this is the same light that is coming through our realm to give us daylight. And so we're only receiving a portion. Now, the light that's in Summerland is way higher than the light that we have here. That's why the creatures are bigger. It's ionizing energy. It's too much ionizing energy. And all the creatures are bigger. The ants are bigger. The birds are bigger. There's still dragons there. There's big-ass apes there. They're showing you in the movies what's happening on what you're calling inner Earth is actually the surface of our world. So if the Anunnaki did come to Tiamat, more than likely they came from the outside in, so they probably came from the other side of the realm. That's why there's probably still Elohim and the Galactic Federation and Nargartha and all these damn golden cities, Shambhala, all these cities that they're saying are there, because this is where the origin started from. This is the front side of the eyeball. You see, this is probably how we even got to this part of the lens, because if we're living inside a dragon, how we get here? So we must have came from another place. You see, in Summerland, we must have came from the surface, and we probably came here and created this realm, and then we're invaded on the surface world, and then they came into this part of the world. We don't know, because we're being separated from the actual true history of what the hell's going on. We're only getting part of the story. We don't know what happened in Summerland. We just know it's there.
Yeah, man. Live from the V-Live. Fuck Valdosta State Prison. I'm saying it again. Fuck Valdosta State. Look what I'm walking in. You see this? Y'all see this shit? Bro, we ain't got no help, no nothing, bro. Look at this shit. I want y'all to see this. Look how the shoot. I'm in the hole now. I'm supposed to be in the hole. We ain't got no help. We ain't got no police. We ain't got nobody check. Now watch the shoe float on water. Why the fuck is my shoe floating on the fucking water in the room, bro? Why the fuck? Why the fuck am I kicking water in the room, bro? Ain't no fucking help, bro. Hold on, this shit get worse. Hold on. Look at the door. Fuck these niggas. God, look at the door. Look at this shit. Look how dirty it is. Filthy as fuck. Water everywhere. Water everywhere.
What they did, they probably trashed that shit, flooded it out and all that, and the COs left them like that, which is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Or if they just straight living in those conditions like that, man, that's crazy. That prison need to be shut down. That shit ain't even ready to operate for real. You gotta evacuate them people up out of there. But what it looked like to me is, you know, I guess they in the hole, whatever, the people in the hole, they probably jacked their slots, got their slots open, and start throwing shit out there and flooding the goddamn tier. And people do it for different reasons, man. People do it to, you know, send a message to the COs. People do it when they like going on strike, trying to get their way about something. There's different reasons why, you know, things like this may happen in prison. It's unfortunate for the people that's in there, man. You know what I'm saying? You got loved ones in there, man. Check on your peoples. Unless, you know, you don't give a fuck, then it is what it is.
Oh, so we just go ignore how the Jetsons predicted the future? This cartoon debuted in 1962. Them boys was already rocking the smartwatches in 1962, bro. Talking on it and everything, just like people do to this day. And don't forget about the flat TVs. In 1962, they already had the idea of flat TVs, bro. His wife is looking at a flat TV. She even got the ones that's hanging coming down, just like the ones in the gym. And don't forget about the voice-activated Alexa, the same Alexa that we listening to today with the voice. Yeah, that was in the Jetsons. They was even doing FaceTime. They already had the idea of the video chat since 1962, bro. And if you look at the intro, you will see they got FaceTime portable devices. Look at these boys. They look like guns, right? But these are portable devices. They FaceTiming somebody. Look at the other dude. That's a portable device, FaceTiming somebody. Look at this dude right here, FaceTiming. So these are basically tablets, bro. They already knew and had the idea before it even came about. What the hell she got on? Bro, why her legs and her body look like a damn Tootsie Roll lollipop? I'm gone. Wait a minute. She snatched his whole wallet, bro. Girl, you know damn well they ain't gonna be using no cash in 2060. Oh, so we just go ignore how the Jetsons...
Yeah, all that technology been out, man. That ain't nothing new. That technology been out, man. Way before that shit got revealed to us or we start remembering this technology. I think it's different timelines. You know what I'm saying? But that, that technology been out, man. All that shit that they been showing us back then. If you watch shit like Total Recall and all that now, they had all that in them movies. You know what I'm saying? And we just now starting to see this technology in our future. I mean, in our reality. You know what I mean? But that shit been out.
Get your ass in here and sit down. Do y'all see that splash of water behind me? You have no idea why that splash of water is there, but I'm getting ready to show you and I'm finna knock your fucking socks off. Roll the footage. Okay, now y'all gonna have to come up with a better goddamn excuse about why all these goddamn mermaids is chasing these boats. Look how that mermaid is swimming like it's in an Olympic goddamn game, okay? Arm after arm, arm after arm.
That's cap, man. I don't believe that shit. But, you know, I'm gonna leave it on there, but I don't believe that. I think this is definitely AI, which I think.
Look, it's showing. It's showing them fishermen. I'm just toying with you. You can think you getting away, bitch. You can think you getting off this joint. Listen, I don't even know if these people been heard from again. Look, now, play with the lighting a little bit, and then look. And pay attention to the eyes. The eyes glow in the dark. That's got to be...
Yeah, I think that's cat, man. I believe in mermaids, though. I just think this video right here is not authentic.
Larry Johnson, Kansas City Chiefs running back, who was once close with Jay-Z, has a lot of things to share on his podcast with Jason Whitlock about Diddy and Jay-Z and LBJ. Y'all must see. He telling y'all everything is spiritual. Hey, Larry Johnson, enlighten us all.
Track Jay-Z's business habits. They're always for somebody else. They're never for him or his pockets only. It's always for somebody else. Even his own music career. When he signed, 2 360 deals with Roc Nation, and everybody knows those 360 deals, it puts the artist in perpetual slavery. That means everybody has a hand in your pocket, whether you tour, whether you show up and do promotions, autograph signings, the company takes a piece of you. So what LeBron is really saying is that he's mirroring being used as a whore. I don't want to use that terminology, but that's what it is when it comes to black entertainment. Somebody else is taking his money out of his pockets. Now, mind you, they could boast that they're billionaires. I think that's just flavor, so all young African Americans can aspire to have their money taken from them and also have their brand and their image used however they want to be used. Now, there is no real businesses that go on with Jay-Z and LeBron. I mean, not real business. Like, real business is done with people who don't need partners, who don't need people in your pockets, don't need to tell people, hey, you can't have your hair like this. You got to look like this.
Bring it down.
If you look at LeBron's people, like Maverick and Rich Paul, go to an article in GQ.
Jesus and Lucifer are the same person.
Jesus and Lucifer. Again, people think that that's two different people. It's the same person. That's the reason why their birthday is the same. Oh, what? Who Lucifer is, let me say this, is the first lieutenant on the Anunnaki spaceship with Uman-Ra, the Egyptian gods. When they first came here, they came here to mine gold. Came here with the Anunnakis and the reptilians and giants.
All cool back then?
Anunnaki and the reptilians are cousins. Lucifer became a fallen angel is because he fell in love with Lilith. Lilith was reptilian bloodline. When Lilith and Lucifer came in love with one another, Ra casted him out. Vinci Code, they talk about it. Jesus had a child, right? That lady that walked on the water at the end of, I don't know if that was the second Da Vinci Code or I think it was the second one. And she walked on water and they were like, he had a child? Jesus. Lucifer, same person.
Still the same person.
Still the same way. Yahshua, same person. Same person. They just using different letters to make it sound better. You still got soul.
Jesus told you I don't give hugs, right? And now you fucked up. Come here. No, come here. You wanted a fucking hug, right? Move, nigga. You can't help him. Come here. Cheap ass shirt. Fuck out of here. Y'all think I'm a fucking joke? Give me this leg, nigga. It's leg day. It's leg day. I'm gonna bite something. Move, nigga. You can't help him. I told you twice. You gonna be the next one. I'm gonna bite something. Who you want to hug? You want to hug, right, nigga? Huh? I'm gonna fuck up your whole legacy. Let's see if you can let go. Fuck out of here. How strong are you, nigga? Yeah, give me a piece of, almost got him. Come here. No, not yet. Come here. Told you I don't give hugs, right? And now you fuck.
There's a shooting out there. We need to run. We have to get out of here, now. Don't get on this helicopter. Something bad will happen. I have medicine. Thought I found a way. Don't ever speed again. Please. But you never go away. Don't do drugs. So I guess I gotta stay now. Oh, I need to go to someday. Don't go this way. Stop, don't go. We need you.
That was dope right there.
It's bad for you and you eat in Atlantis.
What you mean by that?
Atlantis, remember the space is, if the water is space now, you eating the aliens. So now you eating the aliens and starting the war. They just feeding you nothing but aliens daily, shrimp, catfish, lobster, all the bottom feeders is tied to Atlantis.
Catfish is aliens?
Yes.
Some good ass A.
All of it.
Every year, Loon, there's an energy pattern that oversees or rules or influences that calendar year. You with me? The energy pattern for 2026, June 6th, 2026 to June 5th, 2027 is known as Osai Meiji. Stay with me on this. Osai Meiji. Osai Meiji, to make it simple, because this is a very big thing, but I'm going to make it real simple.
Right.
Osai Meiji is the energy pattern of the great invisible mothers. This is feminine energy, Loon. It is not evil, but it is in the dark. It is the energy of women, spirits, female spirits, not human beings. These are feminine spirits that God created before he even made this planet. You see, their job is to oversee the balance of the universe, right and wrong. They are the overseers and the protectors of black women, feminine energy. And for men who don't treat women well, they can destroy your life. Why am I bringing this up, Loon? For you, for me, for him, for every black man in the world. This is not the year to be playing around with women. You hear what I'm telling you? You playing with this one, but she want more? Make her your queen, let her go.
Yeah.
If you're a polygamist, let her know, let her decide. This is not the year to play with the hearts, minds, and emotions of women, because this is the year of the primordial mothers. These spiritual energies will whip your ass. I'm telling you right now, if any of your homies hit you up and say, Loon, I was just in a bad car accident. Loon, I just got diagnosed with this. Loon, I just lost this, right? Loon, my wife just left me. The first thing you should ask them, how have you been treating women this year?
Listen, man, I'll take that as it resonates, fellas. Because I ain't hear no lies with that.
Say that, bro. What the
I
fuck?
said I didn't want to fuck with you at all. It's not because you're small or anything.
Yes, it is, bro.
It's not because you small. You insecure. That's insecure.
That shit, bro.
That's insecure.
Okay.
I don't want to fuck with you because you small. I don't want to fuck with you because I don't look at you as anything.
Yes, you
Honestly,
do, bro.
I told you I had a nigga.
You don't got a fucking nigga.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
You don't. You want to be here right now.
I'm here because it's my homegirl birthday.
You want to be here right now,
It's my homegirl
bro.
birthday. It's my homegirl birthday.
right
I keep
now.
it a
Shut
buck
the fuck
every
up.
time.
People that science still cannot explain. This has been Underwood, a young man whose story left doctors and researchers speechless. He lost both his eyes to retinal cancer at just 3 years old, leaving him with no vision or light perception whatsoever. Most people in that situation spend their entire lives learning to adapt with tools like canes or guide dogs. But Ben had a different idea. By the time he was 7, he had taught himself something most scientists thought only animals could do. He learned to echolocate, making sharp, rapid clicking sounds with his tongue. He would detect the echoes bouncing off things near him like walls, cars, people, and furniture, helping him build a full picture of the world in his mind without ever using his eyes. And he wasn't just getting by with it either. He was absolutely thriving. Ben was able to do things that stunned everyone who witnessed it. From riding bikes to playing sports. If you've never heard of his story, you'd assume he was any other kid. What made Ben even more remarkable was his attitude. He never once described himself as disabled. He even told people flat out that he could see, just differently than everyone else. Ben unfortunately passed away in 2009 at just 16 after the cancer returned. His story continues to inspire blind communities around the world today, and has changed what the world thought it knew about the human brain.
That's dope right there, man. It's no telling what the fuck the human brain could do. Like, ain't no telling what we could really do as people until we put in situations where we ain't got no choice but to make the best out of it, man. And we all, you know, you'll be surprised on what we come up with and how we survive and thrive. Not even survive, how we thrive. You know what I'm saying?
Of reptilians who came to Earth, known as the Draconians, who came from the constellation of Draco, the constellation of the dragon. They originate on Earth and are sons of the goddess Tiamat, the goddess of dragons, and thousands of years ago, they learned to navigate the stars. Being sons of the goddess Tiamat, they thought they were the owners and had more rights over the earth. This led to a war against the Anunnaki for humans and Earth's resources. And in the war with the Anunnaki, the reptilians began to use advanced technology, and they dropped a bomb to end all life on Earth and only keep the Earth's resources. And it was worse than they expected, and the result was a winter on Earth for more than 200 years. That's why the Bible says that the earth was void and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters.
So I did a video explaining how the documentary Maternal Instinct is a masterclass on destiny swapping. And some of y'all was commenting and asking me, how can you protect yourself from destiny swapping? And other people was commenting asking, how can you get your destiny back? Huh? I think some of y'all are confused on what destiny swapping is. So let me first explain exactly what destiny swapping is, how it works, how it affects you, and then I'll explain how you can protect yourself from destiny swapping. Let's get into it. To understand what destiny swapping is, you have to first understand what destiny is. Destiny is simply a predetermined course of events. The term destiny is rooted and comes from the Latin word destinar, which means to make firm, to decide. Now, who predetermines those events depends upon what you believe in. Some people believe it's a higher divine source like God. Some people believe that they hold the power within themselves to decide or determine how their life will turn out, what their goals are, what their future will look like. Some people depend upon natural law to decide what will happen to them, like spiritual law. And some people believe in a combination of all of that, right? Some people believe that your purpose in life is decided by God, but you have the power to decide the course of events of how you will achieve that purpose. And you utilize natural law to manifest how you align or move through those course of events, how you move through your destiny. So to be very clear here, destiny is simply a predetermined course of events. Who achieves that destiny and how you achieve that destiny is called manifestation, the process of manifestation. That's why they have the term manifest destiny. Who and how, where. When you set a goal to do something, that is you making an event firm. Now, when you decide or make a plan for how you will achieve that goal, how you will manifest it, that is your process of manifestation. Now, let's get into destiny swapping. But first, let me remind you that the universe is infinite. The universe is abundant. There is more than enough in the universe to fill everybody's cup and allow it to overflow. Oftentimes, when someone desires to destiny swap with someone, it is usually because they either don't know what their destiny is, they haven't decided what their goals are, they have no vision for their future, they have no destination in life, or they don't like the course of events that they are experiencing in that moment. They are miserable, they are suffering. And this is where I think a lot of folks are getting confused. Baby, when somebody destiny swaps, they are not giving you their destiny and then taking your destiny away from you. They are swapping out their own destiny to be a part of or share in your destiny. They are basically hopping on your plane to join the ride to your destination. What they are doing is for them. They are internally swapping their goals and their desires and their course of events that have been predetermined by them or their higher source for yours. They now want to live your life. They now want your goals. They now want to join you on your course of events.
Yeah, but the dangerous part about that is while they in the mix of doing that, they want to get you out the way. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, they realize that they can't do it with you. They want to be you. You know what I'm saying? Destiny swapping is a little deeper than what she's talking about, because even though that could be an angle, you know what I'm saying? The most angles that when people destiny swap consciously, they destiny swapping consciously a lot of times to get on the path that you're on and get you out the way. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of times when people do shit like that, you start seeing a lot of things going bad or different for you because this other person is in your energy and it's affecting it. You know what I'm saying?
And that's where the mirroring comes in. Let me give you an analogy here. And this is actually a fact-based analogy. The term destiny and destination both come from the same Latin origin of destinar. When you are taking a flight, you have a destination. When you board that plane is how you're going to get there. That plane has what's called a manifest. On that manifest, it's a list of who is on that plane. Follow me here. When someone is practicing destiny swapping, they are essentially saying, hey, I know I'm on my plane and I'm supposed to go to this destination, but I actually don't like how this plane looks. I don't like how it feels. I actually like how that person in that plane over there looks. And now I want to go get on that plane with them and I want to go where they are going. I want to get off of my manifest and ditch my destination to get on their manifest and go to their destination. They're swapping in that way, but you can still get on that plane and still go to that destination. Now your plane just got an extra passenger. And this is why the destiny swapper is usually someone who is close to you. It's usually someone who is aware of your goals, your desires, the destination that you are desiring to reach. And how they are going to align with your destiny in their mind is by behaving like you, doing the things that you do, riding your plane, riding your wave to get there. That is why one of the biggest red flags that someone is a destiny swapper is mirroring. They start acting like you. They start acting like your life events happen to them. They start dressing like you. They start saying that your goals are now their goals and acting like they were never your goals. That's why mirroring is one of the biggest red flags. Again, the mirroring is like them getting on your plane. They are riding your wave to get to your destination. And that is why when someone is attempting to destiny swap with you, one of the biggest side effects is you feel drained because someone is weighing down your plane. Someone is leeching off of your energy. So the reason why destiny swapping can be dangerous is because it can energetically drain you. Another side effect of experiencing a destiny swapper is they will try to make you feel like you are losing your mind because of course they're never going to admit what they are doing. So instead they will try to make it seem like you never said that was your goal. You never told me that's what you wanted to do. I don't remember you telling me that that life story or that life event happened to you first. I don't recall that. They will make you feel like you are crazy. Oh, and another side effect of a destiny swapper, and this is where it starts to get a little dangerous, they will try to talk you out of your destiny. They want the world to think that they are the ones who have predetermined this course of events. They are the ones who set this goal. They want other people to think that they are a creative. They are the originator. They don't want anybody to know that they're just riding your wave. They're just riding your plane to get to the destination. They don't want anybody to know that. So what they want you to do is get off the plane. They try to talk you out of your wave, talk you out of your personality to, oh, I don't think you should do that no more. I think you should stop dressing like that. I think you should break up with them. I don't think you should talk to them no more. You know what? I think you should quit that job. You should leave that thing. You should just, school might not be for you. They start trying to act like they're being a good person, a good friend, a good family member, a good partner by helping to support you. And what they're really doing is talking you out of your predetermined course of events. They're talking you out of your destiny. And the sad part about that is that's when you kind of get thrown off your path, but you can always get back on because what is for you, you shall have. So you will.
Shayo, I believe that. And she basically is basically saying, you know, all the correct things. I believe, you know, she definitely knows what she's talking about. What y'all think though, man? Get in the comment section. Y'all know anything about destiny swapping, man, and how to protect yourself from destiny swapping? Because even though she broke the whole thing down about the plane and all that, it's deeper than that. It's really when they get on your plane, they want your window seat, man. They want you to move over and get them the window seat. So, you know, if you're okay with that, then you're okay with that, but I'm not.
It can be a nigga in the corner with a $2 million chain on. And just because the room a shift to this nigga that ain't got no chain on, that nigga with that $2 million chain on, he don't like that nigga no more. No. That nigga there a threat. No matter how he try to make it seem like he fuck with him. Oh, this my little nigga. This my little man. This my partner. He despise him. Because he get attention without it. He look good without it. He ain't got your 30 million. Oh, but he standing out.
Some food for thought right there, man. Because that's definitely the truth, man. I felt like that a lot of times, you know what I'm saying, where niggas used to be like that with me, you know what I'm saying? When I was a young nigga coming up or whatever, it'd be niggas with, you know, you'd think they had more status or more money and more shit like that to me, man, but they was jealous of me. And I never understood why, man, but I guess that's just the nature of a man or the nature of a weak-ass nigga, you know what I mean? Because I ain't never hated on no nigga, you know what I mean? And I be hearing motherfuckers talking about, you know, how they hated on people and shit like that. And I could honestly say, man, I ain't never hated on nobody in my life. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you my enemy or some shit like that, I might, at one time, I might wish bad on you and shit like that and want bad to happen to you or whatever. But I ain't never seen a motherfucker shining, getting, you know, in the spotlight or whatever the fuck the case may be while he got whatever he got and been envious of that, because I knew that I could obtain the same thing. I always been confident in who I was, and that's just a fact, you know what I'm saying? But it happens a lot, man, and it's unfortunate, because I done lost some good friends like that, man. People who I thought was down with me or motherfuckers who I tried to help or whatever, you know what I mean? And just to turn around and realize, man, everything wasn't what I thought.
The whole world belongs to black people.
Don't you believe that the black and white can live side by side in harmony?
If I said yes, that don't make it right, because they can't. I was in Milwaukee just meddling the other day, didn't nobody see me, and I saw white people, white babies, white girls, and they just was jeering and they hate and they just evil as they can be, coming to kill and shoot and throw bricks at Negroes.
You're talking,
and this is as a whole.
But you're talking in particulars when you must talk in general.
Why is it you don't? Your whole conversation now is to keep Negroes with you. Why you don't want us to leave you?
Well, because in my estimation, Negro people are every bit as good as white people.
As good as white people.
They're all the same. They're all God's people.
We're not saying we're not all God's people, because if whites was God's people, they wouldn't treat us like they do.
Well, now you're talking again.
Jesus said there's no good in whites. It's in the Bible. What verse is that? Jesus says no good. John what? 8:44. John 8:44. Where Jesus talking on white people. He said there's no good in you, and he said no, not one.
Hey, Cassius, you're talking.
I'm not Cassius. You still calling me? I can't get on with you.
Mohammed, you're talking in
I'm not no white man.
When you have to talk in generality.
So you want to keep calling me?
The legend Muhammad Ali. I named my dog Cassius after him, man. You know what I'm saying? I like the name Cassius better than Muhammad. I ain't even gonna hold you. I would have kept Cassius, man, because, you know, I'm American. I ain't Arabian or none of that shit. But, you know, peace and blessings to Muhammad. I'm not that.
The main reason why this past Mercury retrograde kicked your ass is because it was an initiation process to step into the portal of manifestation, which is the Lion's Gate. Because right now you got 4 planets in retrograde, which is the 4 pillars of manifestation. So you got Chiron in retrograde, which represents the wounded healer. You got Saturn in retrograde, which represents karmic retribution. You got Pluto in retrograde, which represents internal transformation. And then you got Neptune in retrograde, which represents a spiritual awakening. And all those planetary bodies creates the energy signature of manifestation by way of creativity, because you cannot negate that you had the star Regulus that's in alignment with the Leo star constellation that was also in alignment with the Sphinx of Egypt. And it happens every 24,000 years. So that's telling you that the Christ energy is here by way of manifestation. So you're finna go through a manifestation portal. Everything that you've been trying to manifest for the last 6 months, you finna get that shit. So that's why this past Mercury retrograde, you know what I'm saying, you went through a bad breakup, you lost your job, you lost your house, you went through a lot of bullshit. So with all that shit being said, this Lionsgate portal is going to be different from all the other ones.
The first super soldiers. What you're seeing here, folks, as the Bible referred to these beings, they called them angels. They were not what you think they were. Today you said angel, it means angles. Angles of light. Okay? Angles of light. That means they were channeling higher consciousness to create these beings. Okay? These are the first abomination. Let me say it again. What you call angels were the very first abomination. Okay? They were the first to be spliced. So the very first splice were them. And they were the super soldier agenda. They were the super soldiers. That's why.
You want a brutally honest opinion? I don't think the beings that run this world are even human. And I'm not even talking about Jeffrey Epstein or Bill Gates or Jeff Bezos or Donald Trump. No, those are the children of something much higher and much darker. All those guys are fucking losers with money. I'm not talking about them. They are not the elite. Those are the children of the elites. If you know their names and see their faces, they are not the ones in charge. The Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, they are the children of something much darker. You can call them what you want. Reptilians, demons, fallen angels, the cabal, aliens, whatever they are soulless creatures operating from a much darker vibrational frequency or dimension in the spiritual realm. And it makes sense. Think about it. Who the fuck willingly enjoys drinking the blood of babies and children and consuming infants and eating their flesh? They prioritize data centers over water. They spread diseases and parasites through fast food chains, and poison disguise this food. They are lying to us about this overpopulation bullshit. They're trying to decrease the population through vaccines and heavy metals and toxins. They want to block out the sun. They try to poison our foods and our water and our air every single year with cancer-causing chemicals and preservatives and pesticides. I'm just saying this is my personal opinion. You can take it or leave it. But what I personally believe is that it could be entirely possible that there are creatures here lurking underground, lurking in the shadows that have been here for thousands to millions of years before humans, that do not need Earth's natural resources to survive. And they look at humans the same way we look at rodents or insects. And they're intelligent enough, and they have all the resources and tools and technology to have authority to control the masses of humanity.
People don't know how insidious and how involved witchcraft is in our world. They're totally blind to it. Like the root word, like our English language is an occultic language. It's witch tongue, actually. We are speaking, this is witch tongue. And it comes from English, which is angelish, which is the fallen angels that had sex with the women and bore the Nephilim, which is these giants that were perversions of God's creation. And it, you know, it derives from Anglo-Saxon, supposedly, which is Angelo, which is angelo, okay? And Saxon is sexon, it's sect. It means part of, angel, sex. But the Google will tell you, no, Anglo means angler. It means a fisherman. It means a part of a fisherman. That's what it means. No, it doesn't. But here's the thing, like it is intentionally created language to deceive you. That's why this language is called grammar and spelling. Do you know what spelling means? It means spell casting. Do you know what grammar means? Grammar is for the root word grimoire. And if you type into etymology.com, type in etymology of grammar, it will tell you it means mumbo jumbo, witchcraft, incantations, spells. Grammar is the root word for witchcraft. It's where we get like Grimm, like the Brothers Grimm, or the Grimm fairy tales, or grimoire is the old books of witchcraft. That's what they were saved in. Okay, so gram, this word is witchcraft. That's why it's called Instagram, telegram. They're telling you instant witchcraft. That's why I had you take all the skulls out, by the way.
I was gonna get to that.
Yeah, I don't want that stuff in there because it's like I'll do your podcast, sure, bro. We'll talk, but like get that skull stuff out of here. Get this stuff out of the background. That's not of God. It's not love. It's death, bro. People
Here is Mr. Wiley Brooks, who stopped eating 17 years ago, claiming that all the elements we need to survive are in the air and an occasional glass of fruit juice. This is called breatharianism, and if it sounds hard to swallow, we're going to find out now from the man who knows. Would you please welcome Mr. Wiley Brooks? Here he is. Wiley, welcome to our show.
Thank you.
I want to ask you something. You haven't eaten for 17 years. You have not had a sandwich, a hamburger, hot dog, pretzel, a piece of roast beef, fish, vegetables, nothing for 17 years.
Right. Well, let me explain what breatharianism is first, if I might. Breatharianism
But you haven't eaten for 17 years
right,
as we know it.
Right. I don't eat, yes. Breatharianism is a philosophy that believes that the human body, when it's in perfect harmony with itself and nature, is a perfect breatharian. Now, all of the constituents that we need is taken from the air we breathe. And the fact is, there is only one thing that keeps the human body alive, and that is breathing. The food that we take is the same as any other thing we take into the body, as it becomes a habit. In other words, eating is an acquired habit, just like drinking alcohol or smoking cigarettes.
Mm-hmm. Well, does that mean that when a baby is born, you don't have to give it anything to eat, no milk or anything?
No, that would only work if the mother was a breatharian. Because we don't come into the world as breatharians from mothers that are breatharian, before we even get started, our blood is poisoned. You see, we already start at a disadvantage when we're born. So because of that, a person needs to be an adult, and that's why I don't even lecture people who are young about being a breatharian. First, you must kick the habit of eating. You see, we've done... Yes, that's right.
How did you kick it?
Yes. Well, in my case, I had a real good reason for wanting to do it, and that's the reason, that is the thing that will help anyone.
Go to a bad restaurant every night, that'd do it, wouldn't it?
That helps too, right. But my main reason was that I was getting old, you know, and I was, my hair was falling out, and my father bald very early, and of course the answer was that it's hereditary. And I hear that all the time. Every time a person stumps his toe, it's hereditary. You see, but I didn't accept that. So I did not want to get old. I was 28 at the time, and I'm almost 50 now. Well, 46. So, and I decided...
Let me tell you how you'd kill him, you say. And would you believe, Tom, I'm 97 years old. I said, holy cow, look at this guy. This is unbelievable, you know?
Well, I like to say that sometimes, but the feeling is, and what I found to be an important thing to inspire people to look into this, is the fact that all of the things we've heard about, we must get old, and we must get weak. And I think I heard when I was a younger person that a man is twice a child and once a man. And that is...
How y'all feel about that, man? Do y'all think y'all could kick food, stop eating, and be a breatharian? I can't fuck with being a breatharian, man. You know what I'm saying? I like eating, and shit, I couldn't go 17 years without no good meal. And, you know, but I can agree with him that we probably really don't need to eat, and we won't age, and we won't, you know what I'm saying, if we start really practicing on using our bodies and shit for what they was really made for. You know what I mean? Like, it's a lot of habits that we got, like smoking and drinking, and I guess he's saying eating. I thought it was like excessively eating, or maybe certain foods that you eat, but he hasn't eaten anything in 17 years, he's saying. You know what I'm saying? We're going to watch a little bit more of this, because I wanted to see if he's not eating or drinking water. Like, I don't understand how he ain't ate nothing in 17 years.
Not the case. When a person gets older and wiser, he should get younger. He should not die in an unhealthy body. And this is very important. The issue here is not whether I want to die early or whether I will live a long time or not, and that comes up all the time. But the quality of life that I live is the most important thing. And there is no way of having perfect health or perfect happiness without having perfect health. So,
do you breathe, do a lot of deep breathing and things to get the whatever is in the air that's good for you into your system?
No, I don't have to do that. And one of the reasons why I was insistent on finding out how the body worked is because I had always heard that the human body was created by the Creator in perfection. And obviously, if something is created perfect, there's nothing you can do to it but make it less perfect. And that's exactly what man has done. The body was created perfect. It needed nothing but the breath of life, which comes from the creative source, God or universal intelligence or whatever name you want to put on it. In that state, man was perfect, and all that we have done to it is that we have taken it from that perfect state to a lower point of consciousness. And that is why our environments and everything that is in our lives are where they are, because of the quality of our blood.
You live in Boulder, Colorado.
Yes, that's true.
They have nice air there, you know what I mean?
Yes, that's right.
What if you live, forgive me, now this is a great city I'm going to mention.
Yes, I understand.
What if you live in Secaucus, New Jersey? You know, I mean...
It would be a problem.
Oh, what?
I think it would. Now, maybe I'm not right. I shouldn't say that so directly because I'm not too sure about Secaucus, but I know there are a lot of industrial plants in Jersey, right?
Yes, sir.
And that would be a problem. And that is one of the major problems. But clearing up the problem does not happen by trying to do it from the outside. It must be...
So, if the Earth is flat then, Dave, how come you can't drive directly any direction and hit an ice wall?
You can. Every straight line will be south. So here is the north is in the center, right? And so wherever I am, if I go straight, I'll go into the ice wall. Any line will hit the ice wall. Now, what about circumnavigation? You can leave California, head 270 degrees west, and end up back in California, right? If your plane can fly far enough. You with me?
Yeah.
East and west are circles, right? So the compass will point to the north, and as I try to go, I have to keep turning to the right to maintain a heading of 270. I showed you that in the graphics for the pilot.
Would I have to keep turning to head north?
No. The compass is pointing to the north.
I know, but if I want to just fly north.
Yes, you could. No, north and south are straight lines.
Right. So if I take off, let's say from L.A.
Yep.
And I point my jet north.
Yep.
Period. And I don't turn.
Okay, watch what happens. From L.A., you're going north, and as soon as you pass north, what direction are you going? South. South is every direction.
So where's the
north.
So where's the north?
North Pole's right under N.
I know, but where is that?
That's north of Alaska. And guess what? No one's allowed to go there.
You can't go to the North Pole?
The North Pole is at the center of the clock.
You can't go to the North Pole?
No, you'll disturb Santa.
But I mean, seriously, you can't go to the North Pole?
No.
And when you go to Antarctica, because people have been to Antarctica.
You just get to go to this little tip.
What happens if you go somewhere else?
So, well, first, logistically, it's impossible. GPS doesn't work down there. Your compass doesn't work down there.
How is it impossible if we're surrounded by it?
Because it goes on and on. So your compass won't work because you're too far from the north. GPS doesn't work because NASA controls GPS. And they won't let you, but let's say the military was on their lunch break and you slip by.
Yeah.
Where are you going? Where are you going to refuel? How are you going to navigate? It's logistically.
You're just going to the wall.
Yeah. But how are you going to get there? It's so far out there, you don't have enough fuel to get there and back.
Fly.
In an airplane. Now, if we had airships, which they removed because of the Hindenburg, there used to be giant airships all over the earth for hundreds, if not thousands of years. And then the Hindenburg happened and they got rid of airships. That would be like American Airlines has a plane crash and they say, all right, no more flights for anybody anywhere. That's what happened. Why would they lie, Brad? This is to separate you from God. This is to make you not be able to find God. This is to make you think that you were born from pond scum, right? And once upon a time, there was nothing. It exploded and created everything. Lightning struck, created DNA. It turned into an amoeba. That amoeba turned into a fish. The fish grew legs, climbed out of the water, was able to be there, found another sexy fish, and had a retarded monkey that turned into a human. That's what they want you to believe.
And you skipped a giraffe.
Well,
and a hippopotamus.
Those are side shoots of humans. Those are our brother. Those are our cousins. Okay, those aren't. So again, when you look at what the mainstream wants, they want you believing in that, the people that run this world, they're literally evil Satan.
Machiavelli said, never go back to being friends with someone who tried to destroy your reputation in front of others. A snake sheds its skin, but it never changes its instinct. Whoever once had the courage to stab you will always carry a knife, even if they wear a smile. Falsehood is patient. It waits for the right moment to strike again. People like that don't return out of remorse. They return because they see you rebuilt yourself without them. And nothing wounds an envious person more than watching you stand tall after they bet on your downfall. Don't take back anyone who exposed you, used you, or diminished you. Forgiveness is not coexistence. Trust cannot be recycled. The traitor always comes back wearing a friend's mask, but the eyes never lie. Remember, whoever once burned you does not deserve the warmth of your presence.
That's a fact. The eyes never lie, Chico.
In prison, I get the honey bun off the pillow. I peel the honey bun wrapper slowly. So I go to eating the honey bun in front of everybody. It's me eating the honey bun. Because, bitch, whoever put it up here, I want you to know I'm eating this honey bun. And 20 minutes later, hell, I forgot about it. So I'm in the cell, and I just took a piss, so I took the flat back down, opened up the door. This dude, he steps in. The person, one of the people who I did get a phone call was from my childhood friend who was the dude's name was Ray. So he comes in, black dude. He comes in. He's from Mississippi. I already heard stories of Ray doing state time. So I know Ray is a booty bandit. So in his mind, I'm a white dude. You know, he ain't really understand the politics that's going on about me. Because right now, the prison's in an uproar about me. I seen you eating that honey bun. I said, shit, you and everybody else did. He told me, yeah, well, I'm going to close the door and you know what's going to happen next. I said, you right. He said, oh, okay, so you already know what's going on. I'm like, yeah, I do. I do know what's about to happen. He said, all right. So he closed the door. Man, next thing you know, pap, 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 pap. Get him off me. Help. I got him beating the shit out. I'm pulling his clothes down in the cell. He put the honey bun in there. I ate his honey bun. He think he finna come booty bandit me. I'm in the cell beating him up, taking the drawers off his ass. We switching this up. In prison, I get the honey bun off the pillow. I peel the honey back. Yeah,
that shit just took a wild turn. I thought he was about to defend himself and fucking, stabbed the nigga up or some shit like that. This motherfucker said he reversed it. He reversed the break. The nigga thought he was coming in there to get on him. And the motherfucker turned it around. That shit took a wild turn. I ain't expected to go there, man. Super pause.
These are hidden spiritual secrets you must learn. Imagination is portal technology. Meditation is frequency alignment. Intuition is divine GPS. Consciousness is an infinite field. Your soul is an eternal observer. Your spirit is cosmic current. Aura is your electromagnetic shield. Chakras are dimensional gateways. Your pineal gland is organic virtual reality. Your third eye is your inner telescope. Your DNA is your cosmic blueprint. Cells are living micro-universes. Melanin is a biological solar panel. Cerebrospinal fluid is sacred oil. Hormones are chemical messengers of consciousness. These are
what they were talking about before they tragically passed away. Part 1. Oliver Tree allegedly spent over 300 days in Antarctica filming a documentary in which he investigated UAPs, alien bases, the ice wall, and entrances to the Hollow Earth. That's right, and he got it all on video.
Alien base entry point to Agartha, the Hollow Earth.
UAPs, UFOs. The wall is over 16 meters high.
There was a private screening of this doc just 2 weeks before his fatal helicopter crash in Brazil on June 14th, 2026, which ended his life. Rest in peace. Where his helicopter collided with another helicopter and all passengers and pilots aboard both tragically perished. Well, someone leaked the entire documentary screening online. I watched the whole thing and this is exactly what it's about. It's called The One Man Band, 369 Days in Antarctica, and it's sort of a vlog-style documentary of him and his crew just messing around while touring the forbidden Antarctica. And yeah, in it, he does mention seeing entrances to secret alien bases, or others that go down to the Hollow Earth, Agartha. He goes into UAPs and even the ice wall, which he was planning on exposing to the world, so they had to take him out. Well, that is, if this wasn't a total comedy skit mockumentary that doesn't take itself seriously at all. If you didn't know, Oliver Tree was a music producer whose entire online persona was being a troll, who didn't take himself, or anything for that matter, all too seriously. And on the surface, it appears as though he treated this documentary as an hour-and-a-half long skit for entertainment purposes only, with some pointing out that he might not have actually spent over a year in Antarctica, but only 7 days as part of a commercial cruise to promote his music. Now, I've made several videos about the secret alien bases, ice wall, UAPs, Hollow Earth, and more found in Antarctica, which may, in fact, be down there, or it might not be. But now, people are starting to piece together everything that Oliver has been talking about in the years leading up to his tragic passing and are starting to notice something. You know, the great noticing. He even featured additional promotional clips alongside this of him in other major ancient sites around the world, like he had more than just the Antarctica one planned. Let's start with one thing that everyone can surely agree on. Oliver Tree clearly took on the role of the jester, the one who makes the jokes, keeps the mood light, but as you may or may not know, historically speaking, the jester was the only one allowed to tell the truth, all under the guise of entertaining the king and making people laugh. You ever think about what the highest card in a deck of cards is? It's not the king, it's not even the ace. In fact, it's the only card so powerful that you have to take it out of the deck to play most games. the Joker. Being the jester grants us the ultimate power with the freedom to speak the truth. And that's the question here. Was he really poking fun at the hidden secrets of the world under the guise of a joke? Well, he did say in many interviews that people would only appreciate his quote, stupid videos after his death, which he actually talked about quite a lot in the years leading up to his crash. In fact, he talked about him dying in almost every podcast he went on, almost like he knew what he was getting into. There's the one where he talks about how he plans on donating all of his money to his charity if he ever dies, which is exactly what happened with his arts grant for baby geniuses. And another where he explicitly said he thinks falling into a volcano from a helicopter would be a cool way to die, which a helicopter crash is exactly how it happened and seems to happen quite often with high-profile celebrity deaths, despite there being only about 50 or so fatal helicopter crashes a year, like the late Kobe Bryant, who also died in a helicopter crash in January 2020, which also had its own host of predictive programming theories, like this cartoon of Kobe crashing in a helicopter that came out 4 years earlier in 2016, or how they gave away Kobe helicopter toys during his last game ever in LA that same year. And it just so happens that Oliver's crash took place exactly 333 weeks after Kobe's. You can do the math yourself. At the same time as he hit 3.3 million followers on Instagram, and he was 2 weeks away from turning 33. There's everyone's favorite number again, but remember, these are just coincidences and we shouldn't overthink them. Well, oddly enough, authorities have yet to determine or publicly release what caused the collision of the two helicopters, which is just a very unlikely thing to happen to begin with. Alongside Oliver in his helicopter was Brazilian YouTuber Gaspy, who also perished, whose own dad came out and publicly stated that he believes this crash wasn't an accident, but an attack. Now, on Gaspy's YouTube channel, he has, among many other uploads, 2 specific videos featuring a yellow taxi cab. What made them notable was that the taxi in the videos has the number 0614 written on it, as in June 14th. The day of the crash. At the 6:14 mark of one of his videos, Gaspy makes reference to Jorge Luis Borges, an Argentine writer who also passed away on June 14th, 1986. 40 years ago on the dot. Flip those numbers, and at the 1406 mark, we see Gaspy on life support in a hospital bed. Oh, and these videos also feature a helicopter crash as well. Definitely just more wild coincidences. It was no secret that Oliver had many issues with his record label, Atlantic Records, and just the music industry in general. Beefing with them all the time, feeling constrained in his art and what he's allowed to express. And he was quite the outspoken artist across a wide variety of topics, being very vocal about the coming of AGI, or ASI as he called it, artificial superintelligence, warning people how it will replace the workforce and bring on a new world order. He was also very critical of Mark Zuckerberg, making claims about him doing illicit substances and also talking about the bunkers he's building underground, how billionaires in general are either constructing deep subterranean bases or building rockets to get off this planet. He once mentioned that the US government uses his music to torture people, and talked extensively about his trips to Antarctica and what he saw down there. All a joke, or the truth disguised as the jester? That's the question now, isn't it? Because then there's his Mr. Pizza skits. And well, if you know, you know. He shot a series of comedy sketches with another artist about this pizza face looking character called Mr. Pizza, where he warns the audience many times not to be alone with Mr. Pizza.
Nunca estés a solas con Mr. Pizza. Mr. Pizza te quiere comer, no.
In a following skit, he places Mr. Pizza under arrest for giving candy to a kid, making it obvious that he's not actually talking about candy.
Mr. Pizza, you're under arrest for giving candy to a kid.
And then proceeds to take him to court, where Oliver claims that Judge Pizza never puts one of his own behind bars. Yeah, remember, these are all just innocent comedy sketches.
Shit is deep now, dog, but it get deeper.
These specific words that are considered cussing are truly cursing.
They're evocations of demons. There's a demon named Faku. What's that sound like? Chant his name like 3 times, which is why they want you to use that word as a noun, an adjective, and a verb in the same sentence. Like, demons hear you. They want to show up. It's a spirit of perversion that you're invoking. So like a lot of times if you say the F word a lot, guess what? You're gonna have a whole lot of perversion in your life. You probably watch porn. You're probably surrounded by lust. Yeah, it's because you say the F word.
Parasites considered demonic?
Absolutely. Are you kidding? Parasites are like the physical embodiment of demons, I think. I question whether parasites themselves are demons or if they're just simple organisms that are easily possessed by demons. So like I wonder between the two, to be completely honest. There is a text that you're not supposed to read that's not technically biblical. It's called the Essene Gospels of Jesus, and there's a lot in there that's kind of witchy woo-woo, probably not good. But there is a story in there where Jesus draws a tapeworm out of a man and says, "Behold the head of Satan," and then he crushes it with 2 rocks, and then he draws it out with one parasite, and the man is healed. So pretty interesting, actually. It's it's a pretty fascinating story. I don't know if it's how valid it is though, okay, but it's interesting.
These specific words that are considered.
I'm obsessed with every single fucking one of you motherfuckers. Y'all are always finding and figuring out some shit. We found a face in the siren video from the other day, that fisherman or that guy getting pelted in the stomach or in the neck by that fish, by that siren. Listen, that shit looks crazy. I told y'all they run in pods, groups, crews. They're crewed up. They're squatted up. I'm gonna show you this video from last year during the Galactic War. Someone sent it to me before I started like my cryptid series in Chile. Just tons and tons of them. I don't know if they're mermaids or if they're sirens. Y'all can let me know. I think they might be mermaids. Look at this. I'll come right back. And if you're gonna come on here and say that they're humans, you lose. You lose. And if you come on and say that they're fish, you also lose, because you could see a torso. You could see someone doing the backstroke or the front stroke or the side fucking stroke. Those are not human people, and they're not fish. Are you bitches crazy? 1 million of them in Chile. Bro, you know where else you could see a whole lot of them? Zimbabwe. In Zimbabwe, there's such an infestation of them that they have mermaid hunters. I'm guessing they're sirens because they're killing people, bro. Yeah, they were pulling people in the water and drowning them. And it was like around the time, like right after the pandemic in Zimbabwe, and they had these men working on this dam in one of those little villages in one of those towns. And the weird part was that all of the workers kept quitting. They were like, nah, something is spiritually wrong with this fucking dam. I don't know what it is. Every time I go underwater, I'm seeing shit, but they couldn't make out really what it was. Finally, one of the workers was like, there's goddamn mermaids in this dam. I'm out, pay me amount. Okay? They hired someone else, and that some of these new guys got drowned. Yep.
Is Papa Legba. Let's talk about it. So many different people have so many representations or ways that they think Papa Legba look because of American Horror Story and how they had him look. In reality, that's not how he looked. So let's talk about what he does, how he looks, because they completely I don't know if they did that on purpose, because they didn't want people, you know, trying to call on him and do these things, because everything on the show American Horror Story is very true and based on events and based off real figures and history. So I don't know if they deliberately made Papa Legba not how he was supposed to be, so people won't go out here trying to call on him and these spirits. But anyways, all that did was create a bunch of mess, because people don't realize that Papa Legba is an older black man that's sitting down at the crossroads with his dog and his cigarette, or his pipe or cigar in one hand and some candy in the other one. And he is an important spiritual figure in Haitian voodoo because he guards the crossroads. And he opens communication between humans and the other sides and the spirits. And I just want y'all to know, Papa is not supposed to be an evil person. I know a lot of people think that he's demonic or evil because of what they've seen and heard, but in reality, he's supposed to be what help people transition to the other side. And he is actually very respected and plays a huge role in Haitian voodoo. So let me know what y'all think in the comments if y'all want to hear more about Papa Legba. I have several older videos on my page talking about him.
Goodness, the flowers. I sit for hours telling all the bluebirds, the bill and coo birds, pretty little baby, I'm so in love with you.
thoughts and actions.
Well, apparently we've been taught completely wrong about history. Y'all like the video and check this out.
If the New York City subway tunnels were not built in 1904, but found.
Uh-oh.
According to official history, the New York subway system was founded in 1904 and opened just 1 year later. But some researchers point out something strange.
You can't make that fast?
Founded, not built. Almost like these tunnels already existed underground. Because think about it. Above ground, New York was still filled with horse wagons, dirt roads, and early industrial machinery.
Pretty insane.
Somehow, underneath the city, they supposedly carved massive tunnel systems deep through solid rock. And here's where the theory gets even stranger. There are surprisingly few construction photos. No massive documentation. No endless images of excavation. Just a handful of photos showing workers standing inside finished tunnels.
How does that happen?
Ask, if humanity had truly built one of the greatest underground transportation systems ever created, wouldn't there be thousands of photographs documenting it?
Yeah.
Especially for...
We know they stole that from us, man. We built everything over here. This shit was already a built-up metropolis, man. This was the motherland over here. It still is the motherland in America. And New York is still like the capital of the world. So, and I'm not just saying that because I'm from there. I'm just saying that because that's a fact, man. And still to this day, it's like that. But yeah, they stole all that shit from us, man. They ain't built nothing, man. We already had this built. Slaughtered our elders and told the babies they from Africa, man. I said it in the rhyme, man. Go back and stream Unity by Fetty Lotto featuring JDI. But yeah, man. Jump in the comment section. Let's talk about this shit. You know what I'm saying? Whatever part of the video you agree with, disagree with, don't know, you want, you know what I'm saying, know a little bit more about certain things you want. Maybe I could do a show on just one of these topics and we'll talk about that. But I need some engagement from the people, man. You know what I'm saying? Tell a friend and tell a friend. Fetty Lotto, GNA. We out of here. Till next time.
To stand up tall.
The name of all the real niggas.
I want you to speak up clear and loud.
Respectfully, the most honorable YB Double M. Lotto.
Brown baby.
Gunshots in the dark at me. Discrimination cause my hair nappy. Call me a thug cause I'm tatted up. Now your actions justify when them slugs clap me. I think it's a war on the black race. Why every criminal they show got a black face? And every hero they show gotta be pale. Is it me or y'all got the wrong niggas for crimes against humanity? Of course we out here acting up. They slaughtered our elders and told the babies they from Africa. We screaming Black Lives Matter, they do. Well nigga, Black Lives Matter to who? Cause they don't matter to you. You know the owner of that movement, a Jew. And Nick Cannon got canceled just for speaking the truth. True, y'all think money bring power, it don't. Unity bring power, then we take what they owe. Y'all think money bring power, it don't. Unity bring power, then we take what they owe.